Greetings and welcome back to the madness. Now, last time we left off, we did some changes. We had some changes to the basic iron production. Now, one thing these changes did not account for was the fact that, we want iron ingots and manganese ingots in the same numbers for this recipe, but we don't have that. What we instead have is more iron ingots than manganese ingots, because we have a better process for iron ingots. And right now that's a problem, because we haven't properly decoupled the different ingot recipes from one another. Another problem that we have, which I completely missed while recording the episode, is the fact that these two farms are flipped the wrong way around. Fixing that should improve our charcoal production a bit, just a tiny bit. Right, now that that's fixed, the next thing I want to take a look at is, well, how much landfill do I get? And can I possibly improve things for the landfill production, or should I look into producing a different set of resources? And honestly, the way it looks right now, I really need to improve the resource production. Because while we have a pretty okay amount of resources generated in the form of slag slurry, we have a pretty crappy amount of resources generated in the form of, well, ingots. So the problem here is one of multiple things, actually. One problem is, I can't believe that works. One problem is the fact that these assemblers were not set up correctly. These inserters were not set up correctly to only insert the generated sapphirites if it's needed. We have incredible amounts of that. That's also okay. We also do not generate any of the last kind of ore that we could generate, namely cruthenium. We don't generate cruthenium, which we would need for cupric mixtures, yielding better copper and tin. Actually, that seems like something I want to look into. That seems like something really interesting. Because that way we only need rubite for lead and everything else is fixed. Good lord. Sure. The best way to go about this is probably, well, I don't know, honestly. The best way to go about this is probably to finally find a way to deal with landfill. I want more landfill and I need it. I honestly need more landfill. And this whole mess is not generating any, and it's in the way. So let's start with cleaning this up. This is where the rails go through. Right. Okay. All of this. I need all of this. Right. Now we have blue algae. And we want some fancy things. Mostly we want geode processing, because using this we can get an incredible amount of crushed stone, which we can then turn into landfill from this kind of muddy water. And that's incredibly useful. It's just that we need to actually do it. And we need to research a lot to get there. Oh boy. Okay. How do I fix that? No, not soil. Mud can go in there. Thank you. Oh dearie me. I have way too many clay bricks. Hang on. Does this help? It seems it does. Right. Let's start with that then, I guess. And that one. Oh no. Good. Keep the radar powered. Remove all this mess. And remove this mess. And remove all the sand. Oh no. Oh no. Right. Here. Have a box. In that box there's some compost. And some soil. And some wood bricks and charcoal. And farms and composters and bioprocessors. And sand. And seeds and... Right, okay. Good. Now, moving on. There we go. All of that can be in there. And I can sort that out later. Oh. And the sand can also move in there. Right. And with that fixed, I can look into putting away the desert tree and desert garden and all the other stuff that I found sitting around. Right. Oh, the soil should have... Whatever. Right. Next things next. I need this one. Thank you. Let's just do some cleanup. Because this circuit production is no longer a thing. Oh, dear me. Right. Oh no. Right. Oh no. Okay. I have a good idea how we can deal with that. We just dump it in here. Right? Have this be limited. Good. Moving on. All the fun things. All the fun things. Right. Out of this. No. Damn it. I didn't want that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Right. How do I do that best? Cool. Fluid handling. Gas and oil extraction. I know I need that for somewhere down here. Or here. Yeah, coal processing would also be useful. Gets us better burnables. Better burnables. Right. Basic electronic components. I should think I can do something with that. Apparently I can't. Right. Let's drop some stuff in here. This and that. Right, it's enough. 3 copper cable. Annoying. Right. Okay, so now that part's cleaned up. Also good. This feels like it's very little slag somehow. I would have guessed it would be more. Well, let's equal out the priorities here. We'll take the hit on the resource generation overall to get landfill quicker. Lots and lots of landfill. Because that's what we need right now. Charcoal. Charcoal. How are you not working? No, you are. Wow. It's still not finished with all the... Wow. That is... a lot. An incredible amount. That's what it is. Right. I have some copper cable on me. No. There. There you go. That's fixed. I have some charcoal on me. That was the wrong way around. I don't care. Not right now, that is. I have some paper on me. Take that. I have some wooden boards on me. Take those. Oh, come on. Yes. Good. I also have some stone on me, but that's exactly the way I want it. Moving on. Let's see how much that is. Too much. But let's see whether we can fix something here. I mean, we know there's an excess of alginic acid. No, an excess of carbon, cellulose fiber. God damn it. Finally got the right thing. That means we should be able to move at least parts of that to over there. And then later even further away, I guess. Yes, all of that. I want all of it. After all, I want to get rid of it. We'll just move it and place it in this production. There we go. Ah yes, it's just full. Just full. That's okay. We can work that. Wow. That's quite the number. That is quite the number. Good. I think I might set up a steel thing just to correctly deal with that. Yes, I wanted to move alginic acid from here. Ugh. Right. And it's full. Can I have a steel chest? It's a bit overkill, but it works. And we have a nice amount of other things to handle, it seems. Lots and lots of compost that we have here. Gonna wanna deal with that later. Later! Right? Okay. There you go. Yeah, that mess is a whole nother story. Good. Yeah, okay. Why is the copper low? This is for... Oh, yeah, right. That's where I get additional iron ore that we don't want. Well, that seems to explain some things. Right. I can't shoehorn that into here. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Which is a damn shame. Right. I think I need to do that differently. Let's start with something somewhat simple. We finish this block. Right. And now I want to finally fully enclose this. There we go. That is the northern side of our city block. And then we can maybe take a look at the southern side. As soon as we get to it, that is. Why, hello there. Come on. I have the sneaking suspicion that it's not gonna be enough. Do I care? I think I actually do. Just about enough. Just about enough. Right. Okay. More landfill. Yeah. Something's wrong. Slag. Why? Seems stable. Am I just using that much more for slag slurry? That doesn't seem right. Ugh. Right. Okay. Do we have... We seem to have enough purified water. That's good. We seem to be running low on hydrogen, which is to be expected. Thank you, gas and oil extraction. Now... Where was that? This seems appropriate. Because I need it for the steel ingots. And it's a pretty good steel recipe. It's an equally appropriate steel recipe. So we'll just go with that next. If only because it works. Right. Cheers to that. There is an option here. I could move the blast furnaces to behind something else dealing with the silo. And that way I'd fix the problem of generating too much iron ingots by just turning them into steel. Honestly. Now that is a decent number of rails. Pretty decent. Pretty good. Let's get some better boilers. Oh no, 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 no. Right, okay. 4 and steam engine 2. Let's just upgrade things here, right? That should also simplify things. Let's put it like that. Simplify things. Because in theory we get more power capacity. Not in practice. At least not yet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and that's mostly because this isn't quite as good a deal as it could be. Right. Did I not use any? I did not use any splitters there, which is a problem. Why? Okay, sure. Give me some copper plates. And apparently also some tin plates. Right. Alright. This is a yellow splitter. This is a yellow splitter. And I should get another yellow splitter. Yeah. Like that. And then I should get some more belts. Yes. Now look at that. Do I have another? I don't. I can't. It needs so much iron. Right. Hi there. Thank you. Right. We have a lot of this now. Right. Great. Now that that's out of the way, let's add a splitter here. And some more belt there. Just for the sake of argument, I guess. That way we can actually transport all the charcoal we are moving around. And that way we can actually probably expand the power quite some more. Should the need arise, that is. That's not gonna happen quite that soon, but it's good to know. Right. Here. This is where all of that's gotta go. I'll take the soil actually. Yeah, and I'm gonna put the solar panels and the accumulators in there and grab the cellulose fiber. That seems reasonable. Yep, okay. Soil goes in here. Cellulose fiber, wooden pellets, and wood bricks come with me. Just cleaning up some things. Right. Pellets. Pellets go in there. Fibers go in there. Bricks go in there. Now that that's taken care of, we should be able to... Oh, interesting. So the green science is the currently limiting factor. Because we are preferring red science. Which is fine. There you go. Have some iron plates. Oh, and have the tint copper wire. I don't have any use for that if it's on my person. At least not right now. Good. Good. Right, now that that's fixed, let's look at expanding the base to the west. Because that was the original plan, wasn't it? Expanding the base to the west. 600 overall, it's still nothing. Yes. Oh, and I could pick all of these up. And I probably should. Later. Right. Expanding the base to the west. See, the plan here is to set up that washing process that I told you about that generates landfill. And the idea is to set it up hopefully properly or something like that. So what we need is basically a washing plant that goes for heavy mud water and a washing plant that makes geode washing. That's the thing we need, right? Right. That's a good setup. Now, this won't quite work yet. I can actually put that there. I like it. There we go. And I also need an offshore pump. That goes here. Right. And this is where the fun begins. Because hi. I need a setup for the mud water and a setup for water. And something to connect the mud water to the mud water. And connect the water to the water and connect the water upwards. Right? Okay. Good. This will scale to the east, obviously. Now, I 1, 2, 1 to the near. And apparently I don't have power poles in my quick bar. Well, that's quickly remedied. Put that there. Put that here. Connect that this way. Right. Now I only need these pumps and a few crushers, actually. 6 of them to be exact. And I probably also need an ore silo. Iron plates. Lots and lots of iron plates. Good. Here. Right. Can I get another... No, I can't because I don't have the iron plates, I guess. I guess that would be the case. Sure. Why is that so much? Hi. Can I have an induction furnace? Because I want to get rid of the excess iron ingots. And I will need it later anyways. So... Ah, cheers. Solder mixture. Nah. Nah. Right. Oh boy, that's... Yeah, all the fluid control stuff. Let's ignore that for now. Can I? I can't mark the whole page as found. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, ammonia. Right, what do I have something interesting with ammonia? Hello? Ammonia. We are using ammonia for red algae. Interesting. Puffing. Oh, an interesting cellulose recipe. That's not researched yet. Hydrazine, that's useful, but we haven't researched that yet. Oh, sodium cyanide. Also not researched yet. Do we have anything with ammonia? We'll need that later for urea. Okay, sure. But that's nitrogen processing too. Oh, and ammonia, nitric acid, that's useful for ammunition, actually. Ammunition. Right. Nothing to do with ammonia yet. Great. That means it's only useful for... Blue algae is only useful for algae liquefaction. So much for that. I should look into whether that requires sulfuric water or... It looks like it does, right? Yeah, so... You input 100 sulfuric wastewater and you get 40 blue algae, which translates to 20 blue cellulose fiber, which translates to 60 sulfuric wastewater. So you basically use 40 sulfuric wastewater per process, as well as 80 carbon dioxide. But carbon dioxide is cheap, so we can ignore that in our calculations. Good. Where were we? I was trying to get rid of the excess iron ingots. That's where we were. Hi, no, this. Thank you. Put it here. Connect an underground pipe. Set it up with the bad iron recipe. And add this setup and give me all of these ingots and drop them in here. Thank you. This should help somewhat with all the chaos we have here. Right. Hey there. Use the manganese as a condition. That makes more sense because that's the limiting factor for the beta iron process. Right, okay, that's where we were. Now, let's get back to the... Here, that's what we wanted to look at. The crushers, I needed 6 crushers. And that needs a lot more iron plates. What a surprise. And I also needed pumps here. Oh, cool. Offshore pump and seafloor pump. Iron and iron. And iron, I guess. One of those. Oh, come on. And one of these. And 5 of these. That is a lot. And I also wanted a silo. Yeah. More. Oh, come on. Yes. Silo. Give me all of the iron. Sha-la-la-la-la. Right. Two. So that's 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6. Wow. 4 out of 6. Gets better and better. Come on. 5 out of 6. And the winner is... Oh, come on. 6 out of 6. Good. Now you might be asking, why do you need 6 different crushers? That's because there is 6 different kinds of geodes and all of these need a separate recipe. Congratulations. Bit crappy, isn't it? Right. Back to it. Come on, come on, come on. This is number 1. This is number 2. Those don't need power for reasons unknown to man. Or something like that. Right. That is great. Now, the next thing we need is a setup for crushing all of these. Huzzah! Oh, and we also need to deal with the mud and the... yeah, I forgot about that. Right. First things first, the mud is easy. Drop closer. Thank you. Give me that. And here I have some of this space. Right. Let's just pull that through here, I guess. Oh no. At least I got enough. Copper. Hi. Yeah. That works. And what I don't like it, this is a pretty easy fix. There you go. And another one of these. There we go. And that's perfect, actually. Now we can deal with the different geodes. We don't have the crushing recipe yet, I think. At least, yeah, we don't have the crushing recipe yet. Do we have the geode dissolution recipe? Or are we just producing those for naught? Hey, yeah, cool. That's where I want to get. Let's start the oil processing research. Don't care. Okay, so that fixes the mud. And that means I need more. Oh, cool. Landfill. That is a nice amount, actually. Not terrible. Truly not terrible. The fun thing is, if we look at our blueprints... Hi. Yes. No. There. We can see that, as it is, this doesn't interfere with the new rails too much. This belt that we drew here. So that's great. Good. Now we have 2 splitters. We need way more. Way more. Unfortunately. We could also use some filter inserters, actually. And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hello. Could I interest you in giving me some iron plates? That seems like something. Right. 6 of those and 3 of those. That's enough, actually. No, wait, I can even optimize that. Do I need... Let's add some. Let's just grab some splitters just to be safe. And the remainder will be turned into belts, because we need a lot of them. Right. Now, this is where the fun begins. Yay! And drop near to the top. Drop far to the bottom. That way we get 3 different belts. One with blue geodes. One with purple geodes. One with yellow geodes. One with light green geodes. One with cyan geodes. And one with red geodes. Now, using those, we can then have, and this is where the fun begins, set up like this. Or even, nope, this. This is the setup. We have one belt going in and one belt coming out. And now we need... Nope, that's the way it should work. And that's the way it works. And let's make that easier by just moving this one underground. Hey! And now we can repeat that. This same pattern, directly adjacent. And again. You go in. You go in. This one goes out. This one goes out. Hey! Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, nope. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the only thing that we wait for is more iron. What a surprise. As well as the not quite obvious, come on, here. Yep, that works. This is 4x4. In theory, this could be changed a bit, but that's not. Right. This works, and this works. More belts. So basically more iron, actually. Hey there, thank you. Let's make all of this just the tiniest bit quicker. After all, who wants to wait on that for ages? Right? Oh wow, okay. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. More rails. Just more. Right. So if we want to look at a city block, we need 5 internal length, so 7 blocks for each side. Well, let's make that 24, so 6 for, no wait, 20 and 4, so it's 24 blocks that we need to fit with rails, let's put it like that. So, and we need at least 64 pieces of rail for each block, usually more. That's why I'm caching an inordinate amount of rails to be prepared, something like that. Wow. Another 300. It's just madness. Good. Let's keep it working. Now, where were we? That's good. Oil processing is finished. Hydro refining. And with hydro refining done, we can do geode processing. So that's finally where we want to go. Finally. Where was I? Did I get iron? Some, not that much. But it should help with this. Should be able to finish at least the basic setup. There we go. Oh, and I guess I don't have enough for... Hi. Yes. Thank you. Enough iron for a silo. Yep. What a surprise. Well, I used up all of it, but still. More iron. Always more iron it is. Okay. Interesting. This can be limited actually. I don't know how much of that I'll need. And since this chest is also limited to a certain extent, we should be fine at some point. Right. Just doesn't get out quick enough. I like that. I like that. Very much so. Give me a silo. That's where I was. Oh, power switches. Those are useful. Those are really useful. Why in the world? Whatever. Right. Hi. Now, this silo is slowly filling with geodes. And once we get the recipe for crushing geodes, we finally get to do some things about that. The problem with geode crushing is the following. Now, hi, production line. Please be so kind and let's start with geodes. Here. No, actually I want the blue geodes. Yeah, that. Exactly that. right? And I want you to compute by input, actually. No. How does that work? I want the ingredient input. That's what I want. Don't know. Some amount. Don't care, actually. Option 1. We crush these, right? Interesting. Okay. We crush these and 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 dissolve this in sulfuric acid to obtain crystal slurry. We get 72 crushed stone and 315 crystal slurry, which we can later use to filter stuff. Yeah. For now it's this recipe. And this can be turned into mineralized water. Hi. Yeah, that is option 1. So we basically get 360 slag slurry out of all of this mess. Can I have those? Thank you. The alternative, of course, would be to directly dissolve this slurry. Right? Put that to the top. And that. Oh, damn it. Mod. Put that to the top. And that. And that. And that. And that. To the top. To the top. To the top. And to the top. So as we can see, this is currently not used by Helmod. We basically, for some reason, it expects some input of crystal slurry, which I don't understand. I didn't set anything up here. Okay, good. Oh, it's probably because we have a tiny excess of mineralized water. Yeah. Do we? Curious. The alternative is using up all the geodes and putting them into crystal slurry directly. That way we get 450 mineral sludge out of it. That's quite a bit better. Not perfect, but quite a bit better. And it also probably uses less electricity and all that, right? So what we want for the resource generation itself is to use the better recipe by dissolving the yellow the geodes directly. But we also need to obtain mineralized water from somewhere. So that's why we need some crushing. Now, if you've been paying attention, which you didn't need to, don't worry, you may have noticed that we get different amounts of crystal dust and crushed stone from the different kinds of geodes. We should be able to use that to our advantage and use some circuit magic to use the worst geodes for, so the worst mineralized water geodes, so those geodes that yield the least amount of crushed stone, to generate the crystal slurry, and use blue and red geodes to generate mineralized water, and maybe also purple if necessary. But that needs some advanced circuit magic, and we don't have that, and we also primarily want something else out of this, namely landfill. So the excess we want to put into landfill. That's the idea of this setup. So what we need now is something that will allow us to, and this is where the fun begins, come on, that will allow us to melt down the bad geodes, so the crystallized dust and the mineralized water, crushed stone, something. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. My brain's not properly working for commentary right now. It's just not a thing right now. Just not a thing. Right. So what I want here is one belt for crystal dust and one belt for crushed stone. That's what I want. And all of this then carries on up here, like somewhere, to be used properly for things. But all of that is a thing for next episode, because while I was rambling disconnectedly, we reached the time limit, actually. Now, to sum up things, what we want is a bit of fancy and a bit of less fancy things. For one, we want liquefiers. Here we have a liquefier, how nice. And it has to go here. And it's responsible for doing things. This is where the crystal dust is inserted. Later, drop it far. There we go. Something like this. And then we need another liquefier. Input, output. Do I have storage tanks? Do I have storage tanks? No, wait, are they? No, they're not with water treatment. They're with fluid control. Yeah. Okay, that's a small storage tank, and that's a bigger storage tank. 150,000. Sure, why not? I mean, the whole point of this is to generate the smallest amount of excess crushed stone to get more things. Wow, that needs incredible amounts of iron. So this will need a water input. Come on. And a mineralized water output. And there we go. This is where the crushed stone goes. And we also want, and this is the interesting part, this to have an output priority to the left, and we use the excess to generate landfill. Thank you. And the rest is for next episode. Probably, hopefully, once I get around to it. This. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Let's leave it at that. Delete that. Add a tag. Fix me. Geode processing to slurry and landfill. And the fun part is, if we generate all our slag slurry that we need here and just top it up from the slag we generate by electrolysis, cheers, sorry, then we can put more of the slag we gain from electrolysis into landfill. Isn't that great? Generating more landfill. That's basically the whole clue, the whole idea of this mess. Oh yeah, and I need to deal with the sulfuric wastewater we're gonna get here, and I need to get sulfuric acid over here somehow, and I don't know how yet. Well, we shall see. All of that and more in the next episode, at least I hope. See you then.